Keith, I think a lot of us here in Maine, we have no problem with snow, no problem with double digits worth of snow. It's this freezing rain that we're expected to see before that snow comes in tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
That people are just like, yuck.
No, thank
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll see more sleet than freezing rain, which is
Okay.
better, although I think a lot of people will be woken up by it tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because sleet is so loud.
It is.
It's one of those, if it changes over in the middle of the night, you'll hear it ping, 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 pinging on you. And then once you get in your head, it's just, it's like that neighbor's bass line that you just can't get out of your head at some point.
Keith doesn't go to sleep. So.
Yeah. Got to around 40 degrees for a high today. It was pretty nice. We did some melting. And it was generally quiet, cloudy. Had a couple of snow flurries early in the day along the coast. Those are gone. And then we back up and we can see this storm system, which is quite large, spatially speaking, through Chicago, St. Louis, all the way back down into New Mexico. And so this is impacting a lot of people. It'll slowly slide towards us and will change over from rain showers tomorrow to snow tomorrow night. So our hour forecast, to be clear, there are no issues tonight or tomorrow through most of the day. We'll be in the upper 30s and low 40s overnight tonight and through tomorrow morning. And the mountains will start as snow. I think they're going to get a clean shot of snow out of this, which is good news for them. But most of us will be rain through the day tomorrow, including early afternoon. So this is 3, 4 o'clock. Still, a lot of us are just dealing with rain, and you'll think there's no way we're going to get snow out of this. It's too warm, it's raining, but eventually that cold air will just start draining down from north to south, and this is 9 o'clock, and then eventually about midnight, see that big area there? That's sleet, most likely, and that's why I said it might wake you up. It's middle of the night, just kind of pinging around the coastline, and we could see quite a bit of sleet along the coast through the early morning hours before eventually we all change over to snow by the morning commute on Friday, and that looks a little dicey to me. It looks snowy, it looks cold enough for the accumulation to stick, and that snow continues through the day on Friday until it kind of falls apart Friday afternoon and Friday night. But it's actually a relatively long period of time that will be snow once we change over. Now, a couple of myths that need to be debunked here. One, like the ground's too warm ahead of time. Doesn't matter. It'll be in the 40s ahead of time. It'll be raining, but once the cold air gets here, it'll saturate, we'll change over, will be snow. But I did keep the coastline lower because sleet kind of kills your moisture sometimes. So that's why I have lower amounts along the coastline. They'll probably get quite a bit of winter precipitation, but it's just away from that sleet area where we'll have the moisture and we won't deal with the sleet that the highest totals are likely. And I think that does include Lewiston, Augusta, Bangor, and back into Freiburg. And the mountains probably can squeeze 8 to 12 out of this as well. And then we taper off as we get farther north because we're away from the storm itself. So Friday's pretty messy. There's no way around that. And then it's cold on Saturday again. Very cold on Sunday morning, well below zero in a lot of spots to start, into the mid-20s by Sunday afternoon, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, whatever, bundle up, do what you want to do with the snow. But this is like an in-between weekend where you don't even have football to watch, right? And then scattered flurry on Monday and Tuesday. Looks like that next storm shall miss us. You can see a little moderation in the temps into next week. So we're kind of out of that deep freeze, but it just so happens the weekend is cold again.
Can I ask an ignorant question?
Sure.
So with the sleet and the freezing rain that's coming through first and then the snow on top of it, by the time people are driving on Friday morning, do we need to be worried about really slippery conditions because of what's underneath the snow, or no?
Yes. Well, if we didn't live in Maine, I'd say yes. My guess is they'll treat it and then just hack it off there in the morning. But yes, I mean, that makes it easier to accumulate snow when you've got a cold layer underneath it for sure.
Long night for those crews.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Keith.